Picture a Viking longship slicing through the cold North Sea, 65 men packed tightly on its wooden deck. For 3 weeks, this ship is their entire world, battling storms, freezing winds, and endless ocean. Yet their greatest challenge isn't just the elements. It's survival in cramped, unsanitary conditions with no toilet on board. How did they endure such journeys without modern sanitation? The answer lies in a blend of clever strategies, ship design, cultural habits, and resourceful use of their environment. Disease could spread rapidly in such close quarters, threatening the entire crew. The Vikings, through generations of experience, developed practical solutions to these dangers. Their methods were simple, effective, and born of necessity. This is the story of how Viking ingenuity turned a potential disaster into a triumph of endurance. We'll uncover the secrets of their longships and daily routines at sea. By understanding their approach, we see the Vikings not just as warriors, but as masters of survival. Their journey across the sea was a battle for health as much as conquest. Let's set sail and discover how they overcame the most basic and vital challenge of all. Sometimes the greatest victories are won in the fight for simple survival. The Viking longship was a marvel, long, light, and built for speed. But comfort was sacrificed for function. 65 men shared a space barely 25 meters long. No cabins, no privacy, just open deck, oars and supplies crammed everywhere. The crew ate, slept and worked in the same exposed area, rolling out hides to sleep among the benches. Chests doubled as seats and storage, leaving little room to move. In this environment, hygiene wasn't just about comfort, it was survival. Disease could sweep through the crew in days. The Vikings knew this from hard experience. Their ship design prioritized travel, not amenities, but the open deck allowed fresh air to circulate, dispersing odors and germs. Still, the real solution wasn't in the ship's structure, but in the crew's habits and their relationship with the sea. The absence of a toilet wasn't an oversight, it demanded a new way of living. The answer to sanitation was woven into their daily routines and their respect for the ocean. Their survival depended on discipline, cooperation, and adaptability. To understand Viking hygiene at sea, we look to their lives on land. Archaeologists have found combs, tweezers, and ear spoons in Viking settlements, evidence of a culture that valued cleanliness. These tools weren't just practical, they were prized possessions, used daily to control lice and maintain appearance. Written accounts from other cultures confirm this. Vikings bathed regularly, changed clothes often, and were known for their grooming. Even at sea, they likely washed with seawater and kept up personal routines. Cleanliness was more than vanity. It was protection against disease and pests. Their habits on land shaped their approach at sea. Vikings didn't abandon hygiene when they set sail. They adapted it. Combs, clean clothes and regular washing formed a system of preventative health. This mindset was their first defense against the dangers of close-quarters living. Their culture of cleanliness was a foundation for survival on the ocean. Viking ships like the Oseberg and Gokstad reveal no trace of toilets, because there were none. The longship was built for travel, not comfort, and sanitation relied on the sea itself. With dozens aboard, waste was simply deposited over the side, diluted instantly by the vast ocean. Buckets or pots provided a measure of privacy. Contents were quickly emptied overboard. This routine kept the deck clean and minimized health risks. Discipline and cooperation were essential. Everyone understood the stakes. This method, used by seafarers for centuries, was practical and effective for the Vikings' shorter coastal journeys. The ocean was their sanitation system, and it worked. Sometimes the simplest solution is the best. Viking voyages weren't endless stretches at sea. They were a series of coastal hops. The longship's shallow draught let them sail close to shore and up rivers, never far from land. Frequent stops were vital. On shore, they could dig latrines, wash, and reset their hygiene. These breaks allowed for proper waste disposal and thorough cleaning. Relief after days on the open deck. Landings were planned not just for rest, but for health. Freshwater streams meant clean bodies and clothes, reducing disease and parasites. Each stop was a chance to regroup and restore order. The journey became a rhythm of sea and shore, breaking long voyages into manageable stages. This strategy was as crucial as ship design or seamanship. The landscape itself became part of their survival plan. Cleanliness was woven into Viking culture, not just practicality. Daily grooming, combing hair, changing clothes, continued at sea, controlling lice and disease. Even on the ship, they kept a change of clothes and washed with seawater when possible. On land, they washed garments in fresh water, crucial for skin health and infection prevention. The tradition of weekly bathing, laugardagur, reinforced the value of staying clean. These habits formed a collective defense against illness. Hygiene wasn't a reaction to hardship. It was a core value. Each Viking's routine benefited the whole crew. Their culture of cleanliness was a powerful preventative medicine. It was a key reason they survived the rigors of the sea. What Vikings ate and drank was as important as their hygiene. Fresh water was hard to keep safe, so they relied on beer, ale, and fermented milk, safer than stagnant water. Fermentation killed harmful bacteria, making these drinks a form of preventative medicine. Their food was preserved. Dried fish, smoked meat, and flatbread provided energy and lasted for weeks. This diet, though simple, was rich in protein and calories, fuel for hard labour. By avoiding spoiled food and contaminated water, they dodged major sources of disease. Frequent land stops let them supplement with fresh food. Their approach to sustenance was strategic, not accidental. Nutrition and safe hydration were as vital as navigation. Their food choices kept them strong and healthy at sea. The Viking longship's design, though leaky, helped keep it clean. Seawater seeped into the bilge, collecting debris and waste. Regular bailing of this water acted as a primitive flushing system, removing grime from the hull. This constant chore kept the living space drier and healthier. Floorboards could be lifted for deeper cleaning when conditions allowed. What seemed a flaw, a leaky hull, became an advantage. The ship was a dynamic system, requiring constant attention. Bailing wasn't just about staying afloat, it was about hygiene. Even the ship's structure played a role in survival. 65 Vikings surviving weeks at sea without modern sanitation was no accident. Their success was built on layered strategies: waste disposal, coastal stops, cultural hygiene, preserved food, and even ship design. Buckets and the ocean kept the ship clean. Discipline made it work. Coastal hopping allowed for sanitation resets and fresh supplies. Grooming and clean clothes were daily defences against disease. Fermented drinks and preserved foods protected them from within. The leaky ship flushed itself, removing hidden dangers. The Vikings saw survival as a system. Every part mattered. Their greatest weapon was not the sword, but their adaptability and ingenuity. Their story is a testament to human resilience and cleverness in the face of the sea's harshest challenges. As our Viking journey comes to an end, why not join our crew for more epic adventures? Visual animated Viking longship sails across stormy seas. Shields along the hull flip, revealing bold text, "Subscribe for more." Don't miss out on tales of ingenuity, survival, and discovery. Visual. A Viking helmet lands on the subscribe button, causing it to glow. The ship's sail unfurls, revealing "Thank you" in runic-style text. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to never miss a voyage. Visual. The ship sailing into a sunset, symbolizing new adventures. Set sail with us. Your next adventure is just a click away.